are Fusion Haa. Mr. DeMille, appreciate you tuning in there, brother, as always, supporting the show for sure. For everybody just jumping in, like I said, we are having a fun conversation with my friends Chadrick and Jeremy from Fusion Haa Podcast, talking comics, pop culture, and wrestling. They love wrestling as well.
Yep. I mean, you see the shirt.
Yeah.
For you, like I said, you're looking forward to, another year of comicpalooza. Have you, and I think with Marvel and DC kind of exploding with their films and comics, you're starting to see the popularity grow. What are some of the animes or comics that you've seen kind of translated into film? Because we were just talking about, Dragon Ball Z, they didn't do a good job with it. So
no. I know one for sure is, one of my favorite comics of all time is Civil War. And the fact that I got to see that as a live action movie, I was giddy in my seats. Cause I think we went together. Didn't we go watch that together?
I want to say
I think I got like tickets from like a radio station or something, like 97 on the box. We got like free tickets, and we went to go see like an early screen.
No, that wasn't it.
Wasn't that?
We went to what you call Bedrock Comics.
Oh, Bedrock. That's right.
Us and our wives went.
That's right.
And we was like the last ones to get them tickets.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh, and they were there. Okay, so
Yes,
97 on the box was there, and I'm watching this movie, and I read Civil War. Civil War is one of those comics that I was obsessed with, to where I read not just the main comic, but all like the side comics that go along with it.
Yeah.
So seeing that translated on screen was like a thing of beauty. And to me, Civil War is one of the best Marvel movies that there is. And
Really?
yeah, and Captain America has the best series of movies.
Yeah.
But I'm hearing Guardians of the Galaxy may give him a run for his money. I haven't seen it yet, so don't spoil it.
I actually went to go see it yesterday. And and I know DeMille, you had posted a video about you seeing it as well. And I'm not going to give out any spoilers, of course, because it just started out for anybody.
Yeah.
But I do like the way that James Gunn kind of wrapped up the trilogy. I thought he was going to, do it you're never not sure how they're going to leave things. Yeah. But I thought he wrapped it up really well. But I will say, while I enjoyed it, I thought it was good, I still think Civil War and Endgame are the two best that Marvel has done.
Wow.
Yeah,
Endgame, man.
Yeah.
Endgame,
are the top ones that Marvel has done.
Agreed.
Oh yeah.
Anytime I think of Endgame, I just get chills. Like anytime I think about it.
Yeah. And I have to give kudos to a director that can direct that many stars. Have a film with that many stars and still make it a great film and keep everybody pretty much under control for the most part.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah. Marvel's done a phenomenal job with that, man. Like,
they
from starting with Hulk and Iron Man, and just from that all the way until Endgame, man, it's just been a masterpiece, man.
Yeah. It's gonna be, now that they got the writer strike, I'm pretty sure a lot of things are gonna kind of. Cause I know I was just reading that Blade has been put on hold. The writer strike, so that's gonna put a kink in a lot of things. Mr. DeMille, love Guardians Volume 3. Great send-off by James Gunn before heading over to DC. And that's going to be another interesting thing. I'm
absolutely.
Although I wasn't pleased with the fact that he got rid of Henry Cavill.
Oh, no.
I still think he's probably outside of Christopher Reeve, of course. But I still think he's probably the modern-day best Superman that I've seen. Henry Cavill. I hope I'm pronouncing that right.
Oh yeah, I 1000% agree with that.
Yeah, but like I said, James Gunn is obviously a great director. Obviously loves the medium, so I'm interested to see what he's gonna do with DC and how he's gonna bring DC kind of back.
He has his work cut out for him, man. Cause those DC movies lately,
Cause like DC though, it's funny though, because with DC, their movies are Now, okay, now hold on. The Batman trilogy movies, dope.
Christopher Nolan put his foot in them.
Christopher Nolan did Batman Justice. And I thought, and even though it was kind of almost campy, you could say, not quite as campy as the TV show, I thought Tim Burton's Batman was pretty good too.
Oh yeah, man, you talking about 1989 and 1991 right there.
Batman was a good one too.
Yeah.
What about George Clooney's Batman? I didn't hear you mention that.
He's just behind Ben Affleck, so I don't know.
Oh yeah, man.
Now I didn't see, although I've heard good things about it. I have not seen Robert Pattinson's.
Oh, it's good. It's really good. Did you ever watch it?
No.
Boo! I'm going this man.
Ain't that a joke?
I've been telling this man to watch this movie for so long. It's actually really good. It's really good.
Yeah,
I think Robert Pattinson's an underrated actor too.
Yeah, I hear they took it back to more of him being a detective than thing. So I think people were, they're accustomed to the action and that type of thing. So like I said, I hear it's good. Yeah. So I'm gonna have to watch it for sure. Scribe, dig into Fred Safer.
Appreciate it. Yes. Yeah.
Oh, that is a good idea.
Yeah. Fred Safer ranking out ignorant. I don't know how
much. You big dummy. This in there wobbling around.
Put 5 across your lip.
Yeah, that'd be a good catchphrase. I'm about to put 5 across your lip, you big dummy.
And he obviously loved the Joker. I'm not sure which Joker. Of course, Heath Ledger.
Oh, I think you mean the Joker movie. Oh, that movie.
The Joker movie. I saw the first one. The second one hasn't come out yet. I thought it was pretty good. I thought it was.
Me too.
Yeah, very interesting take on the Joker, man.
I still think, of course, Heath Ledger kind of runs away with it.
Oh, he broke the mold.
He broke the mold. Okay, hold on. Hear me out.
I will say that Joaquin Phoenix did a great job with the Joker. I think you forget about all the rest of them. I'll put Mark Hamill's Joker before even Jared Leto's and all the.
I think everybody and their mama and their daddy will.
Guys, come on, Jared Leto didn't get a fair shake at it. Come on, don't boo me. I see what makes you people cheer.
Hey, I put Cesar Romero before Jay Leno, dude.
I'm with you there, Jared.
Jared Leno.
I was saying, if he played the Joker, I'm clocking out. I'm not watching that.
I'm totally with
Jared
you.
Leno had the strongest chance in the game.
I'm messing up names, dude, on live podcast.
Before Joker.
They mustache and everything.
The Bill, Robert Pattinson's Batman should be your next movie. Yeah, it's really good.
Absolutely.
And that's what I hear. Like I said, I hear it's really good and the casting's really good.
It was interesting to see. I'm excited to see how it's gonna fit into DC now, because like we said, James Gunn has his work cut out for him. So I see the Flash. It looks like it's gonna rewrite a lot of things.
Yeah,
and they need to.
That's smart. That's actually smart, though.
Because you have to get the Justice League out of here. You got to do something. Because that first Justice League movie, we got to erase that from history, by any means necessary.
If the Flash got messed up, that's fine.
Oh man, yeah. It's gonna be. It'll be interesting. I do like how, although I haven't seen it yet, I do like how they're kind of bringing in Michael Keaton's Batman into. That.
Oh yeah.
Of course, it's kind of. I think what kind of gets it is it's kind of wrapped up in who's the actor that plays the Flash.
Ezra Miller.
Yeah.
Ezra Miller. Yeah.
Yeah, his issues that kind of threw it off, but
Yeah. Hey, you want to hear a theory I have? about the Flash. So this is what I think should happen. This is how you make a peak Flash movie. So DC, if you're listening, just if you take my idea, it's okay. I won't charge you for it. So this is what you have to do. So we know Ezra Miller's been a wild boy out here in these streets. So what has to happen is you have to bring in Grant Austin, which is the guy that plays the Flash on the CW TV shows. Somehow Ezra Miller has to turn into the Reverse Flash. He has to become evil, and then Grant Austin has to become the good Flash, and then we just get Ezra Miller out of here. See, problem solved. Problem solved.
So DC, if you're listening to this, you might want to think about that.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I mean, it's a good idea.
Oh,
ladies and gentlemen, Chapter Forbes. There you go.
Thank you.
Oh my God.
Thank you.
I'll tell you. But do you feel like, because I was saying, I had this conversation with somebody before, how like Hollywood isn't really. Let me see, you got. You know how Hollywood, of course, kind of tends to take their own kind of license with the movies and make it Hollywood.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Do you see them doing more with kind of following the narrative of how the comic books are going? Or, I mean, do you kind of like that? Do you kind of see that, you get with the fact that they're Hollywoodizing it? Or would you rather them stay true to the comics as they are?
I personally would rather them stick with the comics because, of course, the nerd in me, you know what I mean? That being said, for example, because I wanted to mention it, but I didn't want to be a loser at the end of it. Go, oh yeah, Civil War was cool, right? Well, Civil War, like it was so much. Do you know how many actors you had to hire to do the actual Civil War comic book? Right? I mean, movie for the comic book.
Yeah.
Divorces happened. I'm talking about like Storm and freaking Black Panther. It was like, we ain't cool no more. Yeah. Sue Richards and Reed Richards. That was like Reed Richards became like a madman in that comic book, believe it or not.
Yeah.
Like I said, they got the Fantastic Four, the X-Men, Black Panther. You got so many people, so you had to rewrite that in a way to hire just like a handful of people and make it work. Which they did a hell of a job, in my opinion, with the Civil War movie. Yeah. When it come down to like other, like even like I ain't gonna lie, even like Thanos, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I don't really agree with the Thanos in the comic books. Excuse me, what I'm about to say. He's a simp on the comic books. I'm gonna just say it like that.
Yeah.
But in the MCU. Perfect. I love it. Yes. It makes sense.
Yes.
So in certain instances, like you can tweak it here and there. You know what I'm saying? Because like even like kind of outside of comic books, like I'm a big Resident Evil fan. I like that's one of my favorite gaming franchises. I hate how they just make these. I can't even find the right words for it. Just that's how bad it is. They just it's astonishing how you mess up something that you already got a script on, and then not just that. If you go to like S.D. Perry wrote books about it, and she put her take into it with like just certain little details or add-ons or stuff you don't even know behind the scenes. What made it perfect? So she already wrote my script. Just pay her. So sometimes yes, and sometimes no. If that makes sense. I know we kind of went on a tangent.
No. I get it. What about you, Chadwick?
So I feel as though you can change it, but you need to like if you're gonna change it, like let's say. Let me think of something. We use Civil War. We're already using that. Why not? Okay. So, like Jay said, Civil War, you had to change. We had to change it. One, because Marvel can't use the dreaded mutant X-Men word. You can't use mutants. Yeah. You can't use the Fantastic Four. Yeah. So you got to take liberties. And I'm fine with that. But you have to stick to the source material somewhat. You can't just go changing everything. You just can't make it too crazy. Yeah, but as long as the story's done well, I mean, there's multiverses in comics, so you can really take your stories anywhere. But I think it's best to use the comics as a source. Yeah. And then if you're going to take liberties to write and change things, that's fine. But it just has to make sense in the context of the story. That's how I feel.
And at the time too, like you said, like licenses issues. Like for example, like the Wakanda for everything. You notice Namor, he was Namor. Yeah. And come to find out, Marvel don't own the license to Namor because of Universal. I don't know, like of all characters, somebody owns freaking Universal.
Well, that's kind of why, because like who wants Namor? Who wanted Namor back then?
Yeah.